in the quarter. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
What?
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the... And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here. So. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Mayfield on play action. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On first down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They run it with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Green 80. 59. Yeah.
On third and 1, Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Wilson operating from the gun. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey guys, listen. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Line 90. 14.
Here's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1. On first down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run again with Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Landry now on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go now. 60 or. Let's go. Hey, Charlie. 55. Ready?
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Bang, 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 bang. And... Hey, seam six.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wilson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check 50. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On 3rd down, Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
60 outlaw, pilot, 64, weak, 5.
2nd and 9 now. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit.
He'll drop to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, San Francisco.
Set up, 50, plant. Target. Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Shoot.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Back to throw here. And Eifert has it. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Mullins now, 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Looking to throw. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On play action, they'll throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Carson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one on Brian Bulaga. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Going long here for Wallace. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. Would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
To the sideline and incomplete.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson wants to throw it. Under a heavy ride rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go double count right here.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On first down, Carson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big 4th quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the 4th quarter, they had to just hold.